What is going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday afternoon. Welcome to the show. Got my main man, Joe, with me. Joe, what is up, buddy?
Yo, yo, yo. Really, really good day, man. Really good day yesterday. Just feeling the vibes. Keep the train rolling.
Yeah, man, you actually put in a parlay right after the show was finished, and it was with picks I think we all gave out on the show.
It
Uh,
was plus
and you were like,
975.
and he was just sitting here like, man, I just don't see how actually this parlay loses. And whenever somebody says that, that's like like it's gonna lose. Like whenever you say that, and it like sure enough smacked. So nice call,
Yeah.
man. You got a nice big fat payout there. So definitely happy to see it.
For the viewers, what I did was I took the play of the day and the parlay of the day, added those two together, and then I added one last leg that we didn't talk about was the Warriors money line, and boom, 975. So that parlay of the day, it was plus 268, smacked, super easy.
Yeah.
So think about it. I was halfway home from that. Then I put the play of the day with it, which was the Suns and the Bucks. That hit so easy. It was like in the 250s and the total was like 228 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I added the Warriors money line, which was minus 160, just because I didn't want to lose by that 1 or 2 points. Like half a point has killed me all season. So I just took the money line and boom, there you go.
Very nice hit, man. Yes, just a little quick recap. Yes, as far as our play of the day hit, that was a no sweat winner. Yeah, actually with the Suns game there. And then the parlay of the day plus 268 also hit. That was also a no sweat winner. So as far as parlays, this week so far we are 1-1, but we are up a little over a unit and a half. So on the week we're sitting good on those. Uh,
So
so yeah, man. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Yeah, did you have anything else?
one more thing. There were 7 games yesterday, and 6 of them went over their total. Like it was a very strange day in the NBA yesterday. And I mean, some of them went over by like 15, 20 points, which was the
Mm-hmm.
one that we had. Of course, we had the most with the one that went over the most, but it doesn't matter. If it cashes, it cashes. But yeah, 6 out of 7 totals went clearly over yesterday. And when I looked at the board today, I feel like there are a few trap spots with that being said. So yeah, just wanted to
All
lay
right.
it out there.
Well, yeah, let's jump on into it here. Talk a little Heat and Celtics. Celtics are laying 10.5. I see some books, a couple books are actually laying 10 now. Total of 211.5. Um, Spread since the open, it uh it actually hasn't really moved. It did move up and then come back down though. Total hasn't really moved. It's actually gone down a point. Um, so yeah, that's where we are sitting now. J-Bo in the chat, what's going on, man?
I
Um,
guess.
yes, and chat. If there's any certain games that you want us to go over, definitely drop them in the chat, and we will go over them at the end. Um, but yeah, man, Miami and Boston. For me here, this I mean, both of these teams been winning games, and they've both been covering games. Um, the Heat are a team that I've talked about a lot. I just can't ever seem to get them right. Um, but yeah, tonight this is Boston's first home game after I believe it was a 6 game road trip.
Yeah, at least 5. I'm looking at 5 on ESPN. So
Um, so yeah, like whenever somebody's on a long road trip and then comes back home for that first night, I've like talked about it. Y'all like know that's where a spot that I like to fade. Um, you know, they've been playing so well though. In this Heat team, like I said, I just can't seem to get this team right. This seems like a Heat spot though.
it really does.
Yeah, so that's where I would lean. but that's as far as I'm going to go with it. There is it just seems like a heat spot. So Joe, do
So
you have anything here?
So real quick, do you know why I can't back the Heat? Is because on my two worst days of this year, the Heat
Mhm.
was on my slate. So also I looked at Boston, and I like to fade certain trends, and that
Sure.
longevity trend is one that I like to fade. But out of the last five times they played, Boston has covered all five games. And I mean, like, some of them are like barely covers, but they're 5-0 against the spread against Miami. That's one trend that I don't really like. Four out of their five games went under. And the totals were at like 211. That's the highest total. All four out of the five of them went clear under. Miami has not scored 100 points against Boston since 2024. Like, they going back, I don't know what it is. They just have not scored 100 points, and I'm like, those are trends that I like to fade because Miami is playing their ass off right now.
Oh
They
yeah,
uh they just beat Golden State 112 to 86. So they got it rolling, and I'm like, 10 and a half is way too many goddamn points. Like, this is the largest spread that they've had in a while. And it's like, yes, they will lose, right? I'm not saying they're gonna win, but 10 and a half is just way too many. So I have a strong lean on Miami. I just can't, I don't have the nuts to do it, just to make a long story short.
yeah.
So, and then
Uh,
that total is way too low for Boston, who could rain threes at home at any given time. So yeah, I'm gonna stay away from this one.
yeah, with such a low total though, I actually still lean under here. Um, this is one of those games where I could definitely see the Heat being in the 90s. I mean, there's where I see this. But anyway, yeah, the Heat just
So So
go ahead.
really quick, the Heat do have a really good advantage. One, Boston doesn't really need to win today. Like, their playoff chances doesn't lock up or go away. Two, three out of five Boston starters are all game time decisions. So there is a realistic possibility that Porzingis, Holiday, and Jalen Brown could all sit. Jalen Brown just sat last game. So if you get the Miami Heat plus 10 and a half, and then three out of the five Celtics don't start, like, that's realistic. Like, that could really happen. But
Yeah,
yeah, I don't
yeah.
know. I
That's
just
what
can't do it. It just
that's
seems too good to be true.
that's what I'm saying. The others where I'm at too, man. I'm like not on the game, but definitely lean Heat. Um, go over to this Jazz and the Rockets game. Rockets laying 16 points, total of 228. This line opened up at 17 and a half. It's been bet down a little bit. Total opened up at 227. That's been bet up just a little bit. This game, I'm going to tell you, I have nothing on, but Joe, he actually is our Houston guy, so I'm sure that he has something here.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I love these Houston overs. I think you're getting a really good discount because the last game that Houston played was against the Lakers, and they got completely shut down defensively. The Lakers showed up and played defense. Who would have knew they could do that? It was 104 to 98. You're getting a huge discount. The Jazz and the Rockets do not like each other. I don't know what it is, but every time these two play, it's always a hell of a game. And it's normally ending in the 230s. The last times they played, once was less than a week ago. The Rockets beat them 121 to 110. The Rockets did take their foot off the gas in that one, but there was a lot of this going on. There was a lot of yapping going on. And I love stuff like that because that lets me know no matter who's playing, they're going to play their ass off. That's one. Two, the Jazz down low have a strange in the paint situation with Walker and I'm drawing a blank. God damn, what's that dude name? Kyle Phillipsi or whatever. So they, for whatever reason, eat up Shingun and the Rockets down low. But unless somebody like Colin Sexton or somebody like that comes and just start raining threes for the Jazz, I don't see a world in which the Rockets win by 16 or more. Yeah, Filipowski, that dude. He's solid.
Flip.
He pretty much does what he needs to against the Rockets. Uh, I just don't. There's no way in the world I'm laying 16 and a half. Instead, I'd rather take a stab at the total because I do think the Rockets put up 120 today. And I do think the Jazz will be able to keep up with at least 110. So he's a dookie. Didn't know that. But he's
Yeah.
solid, man. I like that dude a lot. I like his game. He is so earlier in the season, I rode his double double until it just got juiced until I can't no more. So his double double cashes a lot if you guys want to do like a historical type thing. But I'm not taking it today because the Houston Rockets are a very good rebounding team. Uh yeah. See? Smacked his rebounds too. Yep, rebounds and points. The dude is a first half scorer, so for you guys that like points, he does tend to score a lot in the first half. So, but I'm just gonna play it safe. Take this team total over. I mean, the game total over 228.
Okay. I like that. Definitely makes sense. Well, now let's go ahead and get to the game that I know that me and you both actually really love. That's going to be the Knicks and the Cavs. Cavs laying 10.5 points, total of 230 and a half. From the openers, these lines haven't really moved. Um, Total, I think, has moved down actually like 1 point, but that's not a big move here. Um, I'm going to say a little bit on the game, and then I'll let you say some. I'll like try not to talk about the whole entire thing here. For me, um, this is all about the Knicks are on a back to back here,
Mhm.
and the Knicks on actually back to backs this season have not done well whatsoever. And then on the other side of that, you have the Cavs that are very well. What they've had, what 2 days off, 3 days off now?
Yeah, they're rusted. They haven't played since the 30th. So
Okay, yeah.
whatever that is.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So they are a very well rested team, and actually when they're well rested, because actually some teams when actually they have that many days
They
off,
get rust.
yeah, they don't actually
Yeah,
do well. But the Cavs are not one of those teams. When they have that many days off, they actually play very well. Um,
because they're extremely good coached. They are coached extremely well.
yep. And then off of rest, when actually they have a big spread like actually this, at actually 10 or more points on the season, they're actually 4-1, actually like ATS. So they also cover these actually big spreads. Um, to me, this is just a complete Cavs spot here. I like I actually like laying the points here, and I also like playing their team total over.
Yeah.
So I will let you go ahead and go.
So as everybody knows, I am not a fan of double digit spreads, but this is one that I will be playing. Just so to put it in perspective, the last time these two played, which was a little over a month ago, the Knicks had their best player by far, Jalen Brunson, and it did not matter. It was 142 to 105, complete belt to ass. One of the reasons why the Knicks will not go far in the playoffs, even if they make it, is because of health. It's because of the way they're coached. Thibodeau runs the starters 35 plus minutes every game. Now you're looking at a team that's played 30 plus minutes just yesterday, and they're going to the Cavs, which the Cavs are at home. They hold a 35-5 record. You just played 30 something plus minutes yesterday, and now you about to play a team that's already better than you from a roster standpoint. They're deeper than you. You don't have your best player. Like this game, and then when you look at it, Mitchell Robinson, he's out. Miles McBride, the rookie three-point shooter, he's out. Cameron Payne, and whatever. Paul Anthony Towns is a game time decision because it's like you know in your mind you about to get belt to ass treatment. And there's nothing they could do about it. And Jalen Brunson comes back in a week. He comes back on April 6th. That's when he's scheduled to come back. So this is one of those games where you know it's gonna happen. You just hope they use Lou realistically, like because it's gonna be out of control today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I am with you all the way here. And as far as between the spread and then the team total over, like I actually like them both the exact same. Like I can't pick
I
actually one
I
actually.
I like so the reason I like the spread more, I played them both, but I played the spread higher was because the Knicks can't score against the Cavs. The way they're used to like pick and pop or whatever mid range, that's the Cavs' strength as far as defending. If you're gonna beat the Cavs, you're gonna do it with 3-point shooting or very good ball movement. The Knicks have neither right now with Brunson being out. They've played twice this 25 season. The Knicks scored 104 and 105 in the two games respectively. I know the Cavs are gonna hang up at least 120. That's a clear cut 10-point spread. So I think that 10-point spread for Cleveland is a very low number. And I think it's low because their last couple games have been very close. So yeah, give me and the Knicks have had a very good record um recently. So that also buys into uh why this spread is as low as it is.
Yep. Yeah, we are definitely on the same page all the way through there. All right, guys. Now we're gonna switch over and talk a little baseball. Um, so yeah, and actually, once again, Q&A section is going to be coming up soon here. So if you have any games that you want us to break down, or just anything that actually you would like to talk about, definitely let us know. Um, we're going to go over here and talk this Diamondbacks and Yankees game. Um, to me, I like uh, I like a certain play in actually this game, and that's going to be a Zach Gallen type of fade. Um, Basically, his actually first start, his actual numbers were not good. I believe he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, gave up 4 earned runs, and also walked 4. Um, the thing to me though, um, was that his fastball just had no life on it whatsoever. Um, and if that's the case to like Knight versus this like Yankees lineup, um, he's in for a rough night. Um, so that's why I'm actually on the Yankees team total over here. You can play that at actually 4.5 at a nice plus price. I think it's still around plus 115. Or either you can play 3.5 and you're gonna lay some juice. That's around minus 145, like somewhere like around there. So you can play that like however you actually want to, but I prefer to go with the 4.5 at actually plus money here. Um, Yankees in the 4 games they've played this year, they've actually scored at least 5 in actually 3 of those games. Um, Tonight, I mean, as far as like hitting weather goes, it's like really not the actual best. Um, but in that ballpark, I mean, like everybody knows, like it's I mean,
So
what
over friendly.
yeah, it's yeah, that doesn't really bother me actually not that much. And actually really actually like as far as Gallon goes, I just need to see it from him because like I said, it's like one thing to have a your first start of the season and your numbers are not that great, but maybe you just missed your spots, and you got tagged, like that's like one thing, but just noticeably just like I said, your fastball just not having any life on it, that's an entirely different thing though. Um, so yeah, he's gonna have to prove it to me here in this spot. Joe, do you have anything here?
I'm taking a full game over. Listen, before you guys put your life savings on it, I'm just gonna tell you, there's absolutely no thought process that went into this. I personally think the Yankees can hang up 9 by themselves. So giving me a total at 8 when I know the Yankees are gonna drop at least 5. That's basically saying the Diamondbacks bats can't heat up at all. That's literally my analysis. When I'm looking at the Diamondbacks last couple games, almost like 4 out of the 5 of them are in the double digits, and
Yep.
it's not close. So the Diamondbacks can swing the bat. They do have life at the bat. I need the Yankees bullpen to prove it to me. Rodon he's a pretty solid guy. I do see the Yankees like jumping out on him early and often, but I mean, 8 is just way too low. In order to hit a total like 8, both pitchers pretty much got to be lights out. And the bullpens as well can't give up that many runs. So if you're going to give me 8 in a Yankees game, I'm almost going to blindly bet it, which is what I'm doing today. I'm blindly betting the Yankees over 8 because it hasn't failed me yet. So I'm just going to keep riding it.
I understand that. I definitely don't mind that one either. Um, all right, let's. As far as tonight, there's really not many games. There's a lot of games going on now. Matter of fact, like I can bring them up and see what we kind of have going on here. Um, Blue Jays are beating the Nationals 4-1, eighth inning. Um, yeah, I didn't have anything there. Cubs are beating the A's 8-2. Just went to the top of the sixth. But actually over. Hit
Yep.
very easy. That's one that we talked about, and I just didn't bet. But anyway, uh, Giants are up on the Astros 5-1. There's a game I did not have anything on. Padres are leading the Guardians 4-0 at the end of the fourth. Mariners are actually up on the Tigers 3-2 after 5. Scooball, I haven't really been able to watch that one or really look into it, but it looks like
Got my 7.
Oh, really? He got your
You got
7
my
strikeout.
7. Yep.
Um,
That's all I cared about.
giving up 3 runs. That's something to look into. To see like how actually he's doing, and then Mets are up 1-0 on the Marlins, but it looks like the Marlins have the bases loaded with no outs. I am on the Mets here, so I hope they can get out of this jam with actually not much damage. I also am on the Mets team total over. So
That's that's my last for my baseball lotto.
yeah.
The Mets money line. Yes. So it'll be a really good day.
So we will keep a watch on that. And Jabo saying, "Man, I love the Dodgers." Well,
I do
Jabo,
too.
I was about to say, I do too, man. And that's the game that we're going to next. The last game up here. Braves at the Dodgers. Dodgers are a minus 250 favorite, total of 8. I can see why the Dodgers are a minus 250 favorite. I actually have them at close to a minus 320. So I'm still showing value here. Snell, he always tends to start off slow. And actually, in his first start, he definitely did not have his like best stuff, but he still got through that actually game though. It was still a solid start. But on the other side, as far as actually Elder for the Braves, this is his first start of the season. Spring training, I did not really like what I saw from actually him. And then his numbers versus the Dodgers are not good. As far as the sample size there is definitely small. But he has given up hits, and he's also given up quite a few walks. So tonight versus the Dodgers lineup that just keeps scoring runs, I think he's in for a tough night. I cannot back this Braves team in any way because I thought about betting just the game over here.
Yeah.
That was really a thought, and if the Braves lineup was doing anything, then that would have been my play, and I actually would have been on it pretty like big here. But the way like they're just not hitting or they're just not scoring runs. So for me, the only way I can play this is the Dodgers on the run line. Looks like the Marlins just tied it up at 1. But yeah, take the Dodgers on the run line. But I also really like the Dodgers team total over 4.5 runs. There's a spot where I think they can start scoring early in the game and just keep it on.
Yeah.
So for me, this is another just all Dodgers play here.
It was 6-1, 3-1. Doesn't matter. That both of those are hitting the run line. Um, I make a long story short, I'm just gonna ride that plays that you gave out. The Braves have
Mhm.
only scored 3 runs on the last 4 games. No way I could back a team like that. So until they prove it, I'm just gonna keep playing the run line against them, keep fading them. So
Yep.
no analysis at all. Until you show me, then I'm just gonna keep cashing tickets. Like when
This
one
is
loses, that's when I'll say, okay, maybe I need to actually look at it.
this is one of those cases. This is early in the season. Normally don't start it quite this early, but this we already have, so might as well talk about it. But like when we've talked about other sports these past few like months here and talked about trends, if we ride the trends or not. Well, I've always talked about how baseball, that's the sport where I
Very
ride.
dangerous. Yeah.
Um, and this is one where just from right from the start of the season, I've been fading the Braves and the Dodgers. I've been betting on them. Matter of fact, we have literally VIP has been on the Dodgers every single game, in actually some type of way. Um, so I'm. This is one where it just doesn't matter. I'm just going to keep betting against the Braves, and I'm going to keep betting on actually this actually Dodgers team, and just until they both start either
Show it.
one, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, guys, this one is pretty easy. Um, keep getting us, yes, Jabo, definitely. So, Josh, what's up, man? We've actually not seen actually you and a while. Um, I mean the parlay actually, like I don't mind that. What's the Phillies money line today was outrageous there.
It
Um,
was like 303 when I looked at it.
I didn't
And
really
then the
see any
Dodgers were
value.
like 250, something like that. So
Looks like
I
Miami just 2-1.
yeah,
Yeah,
sacrificed out.
yeah, they're around like 320 or so. I mean, like I think that they win. I don't actually see any value, like actually on the play from just like numbers. But if you're talking about like who like should win, I mean, like I mean, actually, like that's a solid play. Um, I would just prefer to play those as actually separate plays. But
Yeah, that's a very low juice number. It's only 2 legs in the parlay, minus 118. I do like to keep all my plays under 125 personally. So it is a ROI. I guess you would call it a bankroll builder type parlay. But yeah, I just think that's way too much juice in a season opener. Like anybody could trip, somebody could have a bad start, primarily Zach Wheeler is who I'm talking about. Like, I don't know. He's a very solid pitcher, but I think that minus 300 in the second week of baseball, first week of baseball, I think that's way too much juice personally, but I mean, I don't mind it. Like, I'm not going to talk against, I'm not going to talk you off of it. So, just
I
my
mean,
little 2 cents.
yeah, when you're talking about it, I mean, when you're just looking at value, I mean, technically the Rockies to me like actually have value here because I have the Phillies at actually minus 233. Um, so as far as the Rockies, you can get them at like plus 280. So I mean, technically, I'm like showing value there, but like I said, it just depends on how you treat baseball. For me, I my like volume is like pretty big. This is a grind. That's why as far as like the parlays, the big favorites, I tend to stay away from those. Because just as you go through the season, you're going to see a lot of those teams have
That
those
shouldn't
spots
win.
where they definitely
That
lose.
do.
Like one of my favorite things to say, I've always said for years, on actually here and on Twitter and everything is even the worst teams in actually baseball are still going to win 60 games.
Yeah.
So just have to pick those spots wisely. Um, but anyway, man, let's go and get into it here. Let's figure out what we are doing for the parlay of the day. Um, I got a couple pieces I know that I'm choosing from. Do you have anything that you're
Uh,
ready to be on?
The only thing that I like, uh, I don't want to give out any heavy juice because that pretty much kills the parlay of the day. Let me do the Rockets full game over 228.5. Let me do that for my parlay piece.
FanDuel has two. FanDuel actually has 228 minus 112.
Okay. Hey, real quick, check Derek White over points, rebounds, and assists. See what that is. Because if that's less than 125, I want to do that instead.
How can I not find this? You said it's PRAs.
Yeah.
25 and a half at minus 104.
Yeah. Let me do that one. That's even less juice.
So it's okay. That one, so we're gonna take that over off. See, like Derek White. Let me see what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna go baseball. Um, what I want to do here? What do I want to do? Let me see what they have.
Let's go. Only 2 runs look gave up. Do
For having,
bases loaded, no outs.
I was about
You
to
only
say,
give up
yeah,
two? That's
base loaded,
damn
no
crazy.
outs. Yeah, I will.
And
I will take that.
if he gives me one more strikeout, one of my baseball lottos about to cash. So,
Man, these lottos, you just been killing.
dude, dude, I'm telling you, man, I'm peeping game. One of the things that I like to do is if you get a prop and then you get a money line, that pretty much spikes your parlay odds. A prop, a money line, and then if you're lucky, get two props. Now you talking in the plus three, 400s.
All right, guys, dropping our parlay in the chat, putting up on the screen. Derek White over 25
Ooh,
and a half PRAs with the Dodgers. Team total over 4.5 at plus 249. Definitely like that one.
that's it. So
Okay.
one of the reasons, just to speak on why I like Derek White, since we didn't talk about it, one, the injury report, I think there's a ton of value because Derek White is one of the only Celtics that's almost a guaranteed go in almost every single game. Between him and Drew Holiday, one of them two are going to be on the court. I think that's the best thing about Derek. It is his longevity. Two, he's a team first kind of guy. I've always seen him do whatever it takes to win. Um, Derek White will block anybody's shot. Like he will do the most whatever it takes to win type stuff. They're playing against Miami. They're a competitive team. The Celtics don't need this win, but if he plays, he's gonna give it his all. He has that Russell Westbrook mentality. Whereas it's like, if I'm out here, I'm going to do what's necessary. He will rebound. He will assist. Their Celtics have different rotations and lineup where Derek White is actually the ball facilitator if Brown or Tatum is either out. So his assists are going to spike today, but I don't like playing his assists because he's a very hot 3-point shooter. So in the event that he gets hot from three, I don't want to lose a bet because he decided to score this game, right? So with that being said, I do think he goes over his point total. And typically, if somebody's going to go over their point total, you have an edge with the rebounds and assists as well. So the
Yeah.
PRA is why I like playing it when I feel very comfortable about the point total. However, I don't like his point total because there's a chance that he's the facilitator today and he still hits his PRA. So that's why I'm taking Derek White The PRA to me is a how much you impact the game, and I think he's a very good, impactful player. Our parlay yesterday was so sweat free, like just not
Yeah.
to talk our shit, but yeah, that was the easiest plus 268 ever. So
Hopefully
there we go.
tonight we can run it back.
Oh yeah.
So now everybody knows what time it is. Time to give out our play of the day. And I think I know where we're gonna go here. It's
Are
just
we on
do
Dodgers run line? Or what are we on?
I I really think it needs to be the Cavs, man.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I
Now
forgot about them
do we
already.
want to just lay the points?
Dude, I've done both. Like
That's
I'm cool
what
with either. Because
that's
I don't see the Knicks going over 105 today. And I don't see the Cavs going under 120. So whichever one you feel more comfortable with, that's the one we can ride with. Because I'm cool with both of them. I like both of them as equally the same. So
I was about to say. I am okay. Everybody here,
let's
there's
get the chat. Is there a vote option in here?
I don't know how to do that. Yeah, chat. Do y'all like the Cavs minus 10.5, or actually do you like the Cavs team total over 120 and a half? Uh, drop it in the chat actually, really quickly.
Yeah, let that be our play of the day.
We
Because
don't
we've
have
limited to those two, and we feel equally as confident, right? So
yeah.
that's how good we feel about both of those plays. So whichever one you guys roll out.
I'm on both. They're actually both client plays. I normally don't like double up on, on, on actually like a game like that, but I'm
But
sh- I'm
I
like
mean,
showing
let's
an edge on both of them. So
yeah, because in a realistic world, right? I know I really, 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 really love the minus 10. There's a day where Mikal Bridges, no, there's not. I take that back. There's a day where Carl, nah, I take that back too. A backdoor cover with double digit spreads is usually what I was gonna say, but I just don't see the Cavs not putting their foot in their ass. There you
hey,
go.
you want to see some
J-Bo
shit?
is
Hang on. You see what team total? Then he said, I really like the spread though. All right, fuck this.
which
Okay,
one, J-Bo, man? Hurry up.
all
Just
right,
come on. There we
there we
go.
go. Cavs minus
Take the
10.
spread.
We're
There we go.
yeah,
That
actually, like
was fun.
even
That
yeah,
was fun.
I was just about to say like even the chat can't even decide. So,
Both of
but
them go to
actually, yeah,
cash. It's a good
y'all.
problem to have.
I was about to
So
say y'all all clearly know that we're on both plays though. So if you want to play on both, then actually there you go.
yeah,
Uh, J-Bo, appreciate it, man.
my man.
Appreciate you always riding with us. But yeah, guys, if actually y'all don't have anything
Oh,
else,
one last thing.
oh,
If the parlay of the day loses, which I don't think it will, if it loses, whoever comments on the YouTube page, we're gonna pick that person, and whichever one of us lose, we're gonna buy you drinks. Like it's that simple. Just drop a comment, and between you and us, there's only a few people that comment if they comment. So you have a very high chance in
yeah,
getting drinks. Like, or you play the parlay and we put money in your pocket. Like, what
yep,
can go wrong? So 2 second comment.
yeah, definitely. And we would really appreciate y'all actually doing that, and then definitely leaving a like, sub, all that stuff. That stuff really helps us out, and we really appreciate it, guys. Um, so yeah, once again, before we get out of here, the parlay of the day is Derek White over 25.5 PRAs with the Dodgers team total over 4.5 runs at a nice plus 249. Then play of the day, like I said, we just went over that. Cavs minus 10.5 points. Guys, it was a fun show. We will be back here again tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And yeah, Joe, if you want to tell them where to find you at and what you have going on and take us out.
You can find me at Lay Off the Juice on Twitter or X. Um, You can find me in the Moneyball Metrics general chat. I drop in there sometimes. Like my boy Callis said, you either win with us, put money in your pocket for free, or you watch us win. Either way, let's fucking win, baby.
Let's fucking win, guys. Later.